Hey guys, it's Evan the Cat King here with another video. We're continuing our total drama tier list stuff with Total Drama All Stars right here. Oh god, this one's gonna be a lot of fun. Because I feel like most of the characters in this season were basically derailed. I feel as if a lot of the characters in this season are worse than they were in their first appearances, or just like out of all their appearances. They just suck in this season so bad. But yeah, might as well get right into it. And Chris and Chef, I'm just starting with them again. I can't remember where I put Chris and Chef last time. I'm putting them both at D tier. Chris has gone totally insane in this one. He literally starts off the season in prison. Chef has to bail him out so they can start the season. It's so dumb, but oh my god, so yeah, Chris and Chef. Chef isn't as involved in this season as I would like. I don't remember anything from Chef in this season other than showing up to bail Chris out of prison. That's all I remember him doing. Did he do anything else? I don't know. He just doesn't do anything in this season. Usually he does something. Like, some episodes do have quite a bit of him in it, but no, this season, actually, there is the part where, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there's the part where he comes and cries over the fact that Chris has been kidnapped by Ezekiel, and then he goes down and then tries to help, at least. Well, he does help with saving him, I don't know. But either way, it's very... Yeah, this is like just the complete... I haven't seen the new Total Drama season, so I don't know if Chris has gotten any better. I don't know. I know that he changed voice actors, I'm pretty sure, right? Is that the case? I don't know. But either way, he kind of... This is the main... This one and Pockettail Island are definitely the two main ones where he's just insane. He's a psychopath. And I still don't know if he banged Larry the Plant or not. God dang it. I had this all set up. No. I literally pulled all the characters. Like the weird animals up, like Larry and Fang, up towards the top to try and use them in case, just to show, I don't know. I don't know why, I just felt like doing that. But either way, let's just move on to Joe. Oh my god, Joe sucks. Joe sucks in this season. Well, maybe she doesn't really suck, I guess. She's in it. She's the third person booted. She doesn't get much in this season. She's in 3 episodes. How much are you supposed to get from her? She's just kind of there. She doesn't really have anything going on in this season. She has the whole... she's kind of involved in the first 3 episodes, because she's actually there in the first 3 episodes. Like, her little rivalry with Heather's pretty fun. Her hating Lightning, it makes sense, but, like... She can make stupid decisions, and it's definitely a huge downgrade from her in Revenge of the Island. If you didn't see that video, go watch it. But I put her in S tier for Revenge of the Island, bottom of S tier. But she was in S tier. I'm gonna put her in C tier here. She's just mediocre at best. Like, I could bump her down to D tier, but she's not awful. There's nothing too bad about her, so I don't know. Lindsay! Now here is someone who does get F tier. Lindsay was completely, they did Lindsay so dirty in this season. Why is she so stupid in this season? And she's always been a little dumb, but they decided to make her like 10 times dumber in this season. She forgets how to push a freaking carriage. She's a girl who's obsessed with shopping. Shouldn't she know how to push a carriage? Like, that's basically pushing a shopping cart. Oh my god, it's so dumb. This Lindsay is completely derailed in this season. And it's only in one episode. It's completely stupid. I would have rather them brought like Beth back to have I would have rather had Beth be in this season to be the first boot rather than just bringing in Lindsay to be a punching bag. My god, I would have been more happy if Beth was in this season. But like, oh my god, because the end was first boot than Lindsay in this season. Of course, I would probably be complaining that, oh, Lindsay should be in All Stars over Beth. But my god, did Lindsay suck. Oh my god, she was the first boot. Lindsay never gets a good elimination in these seasons. She gets robbed in every single season. My god. Zoe, oh my... I don't know about Zoe, though. Zoe, I think I gave her an A in Revenge of the Island tier list, but oh my god. She's so stupid in this season. It feels like every single person in this whole entire season gets dumbed down in order for the story to work. They dumbed everybody down. Zoe ends up winning the thing. And, I mean, she technically eventually figures out what's going on with Mike and Mal, but she's literally Mike's girlfriend. How does she not notice that he's acting strange, especially after she saw him trip Cameron? I don't understand what is up with it, Zoe in this season. She's not awful. She's still just fine, I guess. I'll put her in C tier because I can't put her any higher. She's so stupid. How is she just not know? She's just, oh my god. She falls for Mal's crap for way too long. And she just doesn't do anything other than that. She wins a lot of challenges. She's honestly a challenge beast in this season. Honestly, she completely dominates a lot of the challenges. So I guess, yeah. She's better than Joe, at least, but I don't know. Alejandro, a lot of people say that Alejandro gets dumbed down a lot for this season, and I can understand that, but I find him to actually be just as smart as World Tour. Well, maybe not just as smart. I mean, he's considered the main threat as soon as the competition begins by basically everybody, and he's the main target, especially going into the merge, and yet he manages to make it to the final six. I think that Alejandro isn't awful in this season. I mean, he kind of gets lucky in some of the situations, such as Heather randomly leaving the immunity totem behind for no good reason. But Alejandro is... And also, I don't understand why he was pretending to be, to have his legs asleep the whole entire time. I'm pretty sure he did have that in, like, the first episode, but we see him react to getting pinched in the foot by a crab, so, I mean, I don't know, but that's just him being petty and showing off. It's strange, but either way, Alejandro ain't awful in this season. I'll give him a B tier. He is the first one to find out about Mal, other than maybe Duncan, I guess, because, that's just another reason why Zoe absolutely sucks in this. Zoe doesn't suck, she's just dumb. But the one stupid thing that Alejandro does this whole season is, tell Mal right to his face that he knows who he is, and when he knows that Mal is dangerous, I guess, I don't know. Mal is not threatening. I don't know. He literally places an even bigger target on his back for Mal, and it just sucks. Mike. I am including both Mike and Mal on this tier list. I'll get into Mal last because, let's face it, he's the worst part of this season, so we'll get to him later. Oh God. But Mike kind of sucks. Mike is another one that kind of sucks in this season. He just I don't know. It's very strange. Mike just I he's there for like the first few episodes technically, like and then he's flipping back and forth between himself and Mal, and it's real weird. And then eventually he like but then he ends up being inside his mind, and it takes him how many episodes to walk to that weird tower thing? Like that, based on how long it takes him, it seems like he's like I don't. It seems like he's taking breaks every 5 seconds. Like that's literally more embarrassing than the fact that in Total Drama Action it took Owen a whole night to walk 2 city blocks or whatever it was. Like Mike is just so like sure he takes breaks to help out his little personalities, but he helps them right away. Like I don't know. Mike is completely just sidelined, and then he gets the big triumphant victory, and then gets in, and then just replaces Mal for the finale in like halfway through, which is I don't know, it's fine, but like I'm gonna give Mike an F. I don't care. Mike sucks. he's part Mal. It's everything involving Mal sucks in this season. Oh my God. Gwen. There's so much just like I think that Gwen might have actually improved since the last time we saw her, since we saw her in World Tour. I did like the whole thing of her returning because she wanted to try to fix things with Courtney. I thought that was an interesting thing. I didn't find it funny when she was just accidentally hurting Courtney over and over again. That wasn't very funny. I don't know, Gwen and then everything, like her spending all of World Tour defending herself with about her relationship with Duncan, only to completely ignore it and break up with Duncan for Courtney. It's very weird. I don't know, and then honestly, that whole storyline kind of doesn't really lead to much. Like, her and Courtney become friends again, but then Gwen gets pushed aside for Scott, and then she kind of hangs out more with Cameron in this season than Courtney, and then they just break up in the episode where Courtney gets eliminated. So I don't know. Either way, I'll give her a B, I guess. I don't know. She's not awful in this season. Honestly, she's better than her. This is honestly, Gwen is one of the few people that didn't actually like just suck in this season, I find. Like, I don't know. Everybody talks about the 3-way character derailment of her, Duncan, and Courtney, but I don't know. I think her and Courtney don't get completely derailed, but Duncan in this season for sure. We'll get into that later. Sam. What to do with Sam? Sam is a very strange one because he shouldn't be in this season. Based on I was thinking about this while I was making setting up the tier list and getting ready to make this video. He doesn't need to be in this season. He's everything he does could have literally been given to a certain big character that's my favorite character. His name is Owen. Literally, all Sam does in this season is being a comedic punching bag, and that could have easily been replaced. And he could have easily been replaced by Owen, and also it would even make more sense for some of the things to be Owen, such as like Courtney using him as a human shield, because Owen would work better as a human shield than Sam, and two, him completely showing up and Owen catching them up in the eating competition. That would make a whole lot of sense. I mean, Sam makes sense too, but Owen would make even more sense. I don't know, but that's just me nitpicking. Honestly, Sam ain't bad here. I'm complaining about Sam, but in reality, he's another one of the only characters that actually stays pretty consistent and not awful in this season. he's a comedic punching bag for the first few episodes, which makes sense. And then, honestly, his whole pancake, eating all the pancake stuff is honestly a big moment for him. If only he had just eaten those last few bites and instead of just putting them in his pocket, then he probably would have he could have kept going and possibly made it further. I don't know. It's weird that I'm putting Sam at a B tier. He legitimately is better than quite a few of the characters here. Well, I'll put him in C tier. Yeah, he's better than Zoe though. Sam legitimately is just not awful in this season. He it's a shame that I mean, he's definitely not as compelling as Revenge of the Island, I think, because I think his whole story with Dakota was very fun in that season, the odd couple thing with them. That was fun, but other than that, I don't know. Okay, Heather, on the one hand, happy Heather exists from the Blue Moon episode. And that moment alone could, if it was just that, then she'd get S tier. But she's another character that got just dumbed down for this season. They really wanted to make Mal feel threatening, but instead of like having him out-strategize all the previous villains and all the previous heroes to actually feel like a legitimate threat, they just made everybody else stupid and and made Mal just as stupid, but break stuff and pretend to be a character that he isn't. It's very dumb. Heather hiding the immunity totem is so stupid. How on earth? Why did she do that? Why on earth would she just leave it behind? Does she even give a reason for it? I can't even remember if she gave a reason for it. I'm not going back to rewatch All Stars for this video specifically. Nobody should have to ever rewatch All Stars ever again. I'm giving her a D. She could be an F tier, but I mean, the whole Happy Heather stuff earns her not F tier. Cameron ain't awful here. A lot of people say that Cameron's stupid here, that Cameron should have figured out everything out about Mal really soon, but I don't know. Maybe he should have. Maybe he shouldn't have. I mean, the whole Mike stuff was very weird. I don't exactly know about Cameron. I think I'll give him a B tier. He's not awful here. He's all right. I don't know. He doesn't really have too many awful moments, honestly. Him trying to quit to escape Sierra is honestly kind of funny. And then him just joining the villain's side is just, I don't know. But honestly, Cameron's definitely not as good as he was in Revenge of the Island. He was like had the main story in that season. Well, maybe other than maybe Mike and Zoe, but I don't know. He was the main hero, and but yeah, he gets a B tier. I don't know what to say about Cameron. He's just kind of there. Sierra! Okay, oh my god. Why do all these characters suck? Sierra, she was annoying in World Tour, but it wasn't that bad. Like, her whole Cody obsession was honestly, in my opinion, pretty funny. Like, her just completely, just... Like, seeing what she does next was honestly something that I was always interested in watching the next episode for World Tour. This season, without Cody, she's just not interesting. Because, like, her whole thing with Cody was the only reason I was actually interested in her character, really. Especially speaking that now she's not going into all of her weird fan stuff as she was in World Tour. And then the whole stuff with her and Cameron is kind of just there as well, and I don't know. I think I'm going to give her an F tier because she's She's so irritating in this season. I can't handle it. She gets an F tier. I don't care. Lightning. Lightning. What do I do with Lightning? Lightning, I don't know. He's either getting an F or a D tier, in my opinion. Lightning was already stupid to begin with, but yet somehow they took two of the stupidest characters in Lindsay and Lightning and made them feel dumber. Like, how Lightning just doesn't know how to count, apparently, here. That just... He gets a D tier. He's the second one booted, so there's not much to go off of. He went from a finalist to a second boot. It's very disappointing. I don't know. It's, well, not disappointing. But either way, Lightning in this season just was not good. Duncan, why? Duncan, F tier. F tier. That's exactly where he goes. F tier. He absolutely sucks. F tier. F tier. You know what? I'm going to go over Mal next because might as well save the best for last. Duncan gets F tier. Duncan is so dumb in this season. His whole stupid... At first, I thought he would be kind of interesting. If only they had just kept his story to being... if they had made his story be part of Mal's story and had him be just helping out Zoe in beating Mal, that would have been interesting. If they had gone into Duncan and Zoe being friends, that would have been interesting. But no, they had to make him try to prove he's a villain, and yet he's in the past, like that he has no compassion, but yet in the past he's literally shown compassion. He got DJ a new bunny. I don't know. Did you see the action episode, like the finale or whatever it was, where they were showing the stuff with how he's usually the bad boy and Beth's usually the nice one, and then they showed clips of Duncan being the nice one and Beth being a jerk. Duncan is so bad in this season. I can't believe he made it to the merge. And then he gets eliminated because he blows up Chris's mansion. I don't know why. It's so dumb. Not nearly as dumb as Mal, so yeah, it's not the worst thing. Mal gets F tier. He's the worst villain in the entire series. I think. I don't know. But he's absolutely sucks. He ruins this season for me. Him and all the other characters that I've talked about in F and D tier. So, yeah, Mal absolutely sucks. He should have been. He was built up to be this big threatening main antagonist of the series that required all the heroes and all the villains to band together to beat him. Like, they teased him back in Revenge of the Island. It's, weird blink it and you'll miss it moment. Like, he could have been something incredible, but yet he completely just flops. He just doesn't do anything. But either way, let's just move on because I hate Mal. And if I talk about him for too much, I think my brain will explode from anger. But yeah. Now, if you thought I was just gonna complain about everybody this whole time, and that everything was gonna be below A tier, well, you're wrong. Because let's get to the only good part of this season. Courtney and Scott. Their relationship is legitimately funny. I really liked it. I don't know why it had to be a relationship, but I mean, I'm kind of happy it was, because I will never forget Scott yelling, "Courtney, I'm your girlfriend." It's so silly. Not gonna, like, Courtney she actually kind of got better in this season. I understand everything that she's doing in this season. She gets an A tier. Like, her reuniting with Gwen was real fun. Her relationship with Scott, fun. Her just absolutely hate for Duncan. I hate him too in this season, don't worry. It all just makes sense, and I honestly enjoy Courtney in this season. Up until her elimination episode, which, I mean, that it kind of, her elimination sucks, but, yeah, I don't know. Everything about Courtney is pretty good in this season, except for the episode, except for the entire episode where she gets eliminated. It sucks, but yeah. But time for the best thing in total drama All Stars. Scott, the only character who legitimately got better. This is the best version of Scott. He made an okay villain in Revenge of the Island. If you haven't watched my Revenge of the Island tier list video, then why are you watching this? Why haven't you watched it first? I don't know. But I said that in that one that I would have preferred Scott just being maybe a secondary antagonist, not the main antagonist, because, well, Scott as the main antagonist was just a bit less, he wasn't as threatening as someone like Joe or Lightning. And also, his strategy was kind of stupid, so, I mean, But in the end here, they go into the comedy portion of his character very well. He's the only character that got dumbed down that I actually am happy they dumbed him down. Because again, he screams, "Courtney, I'm your girlfriend." That's so stupid. Honestly, he manages to become the funniest character in like one season, in like a few episodes. It's so hilarious. And he gets an S tier. So, yeah, there is an S tier character in Total Drama All Stars, and it's Scott. Nothing to do with Mal. Nothing to do with Courtney. I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know. As you can see, this season had the worst characters. Oh wait, we're gonna get into Pocatello Island. Let's see. We'll compare that one to this season. Honestly, I think Pocatello Island is better than All Stars because at least Pocatello Island just didn't take good characters that a lot of people liked and completely derailed them. But yeah. I'll see you guys when I in that video. Anyways, bye.